I am staying on the team, Garrett. He makes me happy in ways you just cannot. My fiancée told me after months of lying about her captain, so I met his wife for coffee. We compared timelines. And that's when both of us finally saw the truth. Throw away because people know my main. M35. Been with my fiancée Brooke, F32, for 5 years. Got engaged 8 months ago. This is eating me alive, and I need perspective. Background. Brooke joined a co-ed softball league in March. I was pumped. She'd been talking about wanting more social activities and staying active. I think this could be really good for me, she said. I miss having teammates and competing. The team practices twice a week, games on weekends. Pretty serious league, lots of couples and families involved. About 6 weeks ago, I started noticing changes. Brooke was always on her phone, very protective of it. Started going to extra practices and team bonding events I wasn't invited to. When I'd ask about games or how practice went, she'd give super vague answers or change the subject. How was practice tonight? I'd ask. Fine. Just the usual drills, she'd say, then immediately start talking about something else. 2 weeks ago, her phone was charging in the kitchen and kept buzzing. The preview showed texts from Jackson R., her team captain. Things like, can't stop thinking about last night, and, when can we talk privately again? I confronted her immediately. Brooke, what the hell is this? I showed her the phone. She broke down crying, admitted to an emotional affair that had been going on for about 6 weeks. I'm so confused right now, she sobbed. He makes me feel special and appreciated in ways that, I don't know. I just feel different around him. Different how? What are you talking about? Like I matter. Like what I say is important. You've been so busy with work lately, and he listens to me. She swore it never got physical, just texting and talking after practices. Here's where it gets complicated. The team captain is married. His wife Zara apparently has no idea. Brooke begged me not to say anything. Please, Garrett, I'll quit the team right now. I choose you. I want to work this out, she pleaded. I've been trying to forgive her. We started couples counseling. She seemed genuinely remorseful. But something felt off. Last week I found out she never actually quit the team. She's been going to practices and games this whole time, just not telling me. When I confronted her, she got defensive. The coach begged me to stay because they needed players. I can handle being around him professionally. Don't you trust me? Trust you? You literally lied to me about quitting. I didn't lie. The team needs me. I can't let everyone down. Yesterday I saw her car at the sports complex when she was supposed to be at her sister's house. I waited in the parking lot and watched her and the captain walk out together, talking intensely. They stood by her car for maybe 10 minutes before he kissed her forehead, and she got in and left. I'm devastated. But here's my dilemma. I keep thinking about his wife Zara. I've met her a couple times at team events. She seems really nice, always talks about how proud she is of Jackson for bringing people together through softball. She has no clue her husband is having an affair. My brother Tyler thinks I should expose them both. Dude, Zara deserves to know, he told me yesterday. And Brooke doesn't deserve your protection anymore after lying repeatedly. But part of me wonders if I'm just being vindictive. Am I thinking about telling Zara because I genuinely think she deserves to know? Or because I want to blow up Brooke's little fantasy world? I feel like I'm going crazy. I trusted this woman completely. We were supposed to get married next spring. Now I don't know what's real anymore. Wibta, if I reached out to Zara and told her what's been going on. Edit. A lot of people are asking why I'm even considering staying with Brooke at this point. Honestly, I don't know if I am. The lying is what's killing me more than anything. But I can't shake this feeling that Zara deserves to know the truth, regardless of what happens with my relationship. Edit 2. Someone asked about the captain's position on the team. He's not just captain. He's one of the league organizers. Been married for 12 years. They have 2 kids, 8 and 11. This guy has significant influence in their social circle. Update 1:1. Thank you to everyone who responded. Your comments gave me the clarity I needed. After posting, I decided to give Brooke one final chance to come clean and actually end things. I sat her down Sunday night and told her I knew she hadn't quit the team and that I'd seen her with the captain. "I know you haven't quit the team, Brooke. I saw you with him in the parking lot." Her face went white, then immediately defensive. "You were spying on me? That's stalking, Garrett." "I wasn't spying. I saw your car when you said you were at your sister's." "Want to explain that?" "He was just being supportive during a difficult time. You're being paranoid and controlling." I told her she had 24 hours to decide. Either she quits the team, blocks the captain completely, and we work on rebuilding trust, or I was done. "You're making me choose between softball and you," she said incredulously. "That's not fair." "No, I'm asking you to choose between your affair partner and your fiancé. Big difference." "It's not an affair. We're just friends now. You have to trust me to handle this maturely." Yesterday she texted me her decision. "I'm staying on the team. Softball is the only thing that makes me happy anymore. If you really loved me, you'd understand that I need this outlet. Asking me to avoid him is unrealistic since he's the captain." "The kicker?" She followed up with, "If you try to force me to choose, I'm afraid I might hurt myself. The team is all I have for my mental health right now." Basically threatened self-harm to manipulate me into backing down. I called Tyler immediately. "Dude, she just threatened to hurt herself if I make her quit softball." "That's emotional manipulation, man. Classic guilt trip. Don't fall for it." I packed my stuff and left, staying at Tyler's place while I figure out next steps. The engagement is off. But here's the part that's really messing with me. I found out just how much she'd been lying. Sunday night, while she was at her sister's house, she'd actually gone to Jackson's place for a team barbecue. Zara wasn't there, visiting her parents with the kids, and several teammates saw Brooke and Jackson disappear for over an hour. One of her former teammates reached out to me after hearing about our breakup. "Hey man, I'm sorry about you and Brooke," she texted. "I quit the team earlier this season because the dynamic between her and Jackson made everyone uncomfortable. They were all over each other during the tournament in May. So while I was torturing myself in couples therapy, while I was questioning my own sanity, she was literally hooking up with this guy. The emotional affair went physical weeks ago. The worst part? That night I waited in the parking lot. She came home 3 hours later." "How was your sister's?" I asked. "Great. We spent the evening painting the nursery. I'm exhausted." She looked me right in the eyes and lied perfectly. I actually felt guilty for doubting her. I keep replaying our therapy sessions where she talked about being confused and needing time to figure out her feelings. "I just need to understand what I'm feeling," she'd say to the counselor. "I don't want to make any hasty decisions." Turns out she figured them out just fine, in his bed while Zara was out of town. "I've been with this woman for 5 years. I thought I knew her completely. Turns out I didn't know her at all. As for Zara, I'm still planning to tell her. Not out of revenge anymore, but because she deserves to know what kind of man she's married to." Tyler helped me find her Facebook and get her contact info. I'm going to reach out this week. Brooke can have her softball team and her married boyfriend. I'm done protecting people who wouldn't do the same for me. Edit. To those asking about the self-harm threat, I took it seriously and contacted her sister, who went to check on her. Her sister called me back laughing. She's at softball practice right now. She pulls this manipulation crap whenever someone sets boundaries with her. Edit 2. Someone asked about the timeline. Best I can piece together. Emotional affair started in early April. Physical started sometime in late April and early May. So about 2 months of physical affair while I was trying to work things out with her. Update 2. Another update because this situation keeps getting crazier. I reached out to Zara on Wednesday through Facebook. Kept it simple. Said I had some difficult information about Jackson that she deserved to know, and asked if we could talk privately. She was confused but agreed to meet for coffee Thursday morning. Meeting her was heartbreaking. She's exactly as nice as I remembered. Brought me homemade cookies because she said I looked like I'd been having a rough time. "I have no idea why you wanted to talk to me," she said, settling into her chair. "I thought maybe it was about some league drama or scheduling conflict." I showed her the screenshots I'd saved before Brooke blocked me, text conversations between Brooke and Jackson, including some very explicit messages from the past week. Her face went completely white. "This can't be real," she whispered. "He doesn't even like texting." That's when things got really weird. She pulled out her phone and showed me Jackson's texts to her from the same time periods. "Look at this," she said, scrolling through messages. "Practice running late, don't wait up." And, "Team meeting after the game, probably won't be home until late." Meanwhile, he was texting Brooke things like, "Can't wait to get you alone again," and "Tell me you're thinking about me." We compared timelines. Every late practice, or team meeting, Jackson told Zara about matched up with times he was texting Brooke about meeting up. This guy was running a completely coordinated operation. She started crying. "I've been feeling like something was off for months, but he kept telling me I was being paranoid." "What do you mean?" I asked. "He started password protecting his phone for work security, stopped being intimate with me, started staying out later and later for league business. When I'd ask questions, he'd say I was being needy and didn't understand the pressure of running a competitive team." But here's the kicker. She thought the affair had been going on for weeks. When I told her my timeline, 6+ months total, 4+ months physical, she nearly collapsed. "March?" she said, her voice breaking. Their marriage problems started right around March when Brooke joined the team. We spent 3 hours going through everything. She had noticed charges on their credit card for hotels and restaurants she'd never been to. He claimed they were for league sponsorship meetings, she said bitterly. "I even saw him leaving on Saturday afternoons when he said he was at the field, but when I drove by later, the games were clearly over." The most devastating part? She had been blaming herself. Jackson had been telling her she was too needy and didn't understand the pressure of running a competitive team. Made her feel crazy for noticing his behavior changes. Classic gaslighting. "Can I contact Brooke directly?" she asked. "I need to know more." I gave her Brooke's number and social media info. They talked that evening. Apparently Brooke's story was completely different from Jackson's. Brooke thought Zara knew about their marriage problems and was okay with Jackson finding happiness elsewhere. Jackson had told Brooke that he and Zara were separated and just living together for the kids' sake. Both women had been lied to about the other's situation. Zara had no idea there were marriage problems. Brooke had no idea Zara thought everything was fine. Zara confronted Jackson Friday night. She called me afterward, furious. "He denied everything at first," she said, then tried to minimize it. Then finally admitted to the affair, but said it was my fault for not being supportive enough of his softball commitments. "Are you kidding me?" I said. "That's exactly what I said. I told him to pack his bags." As of yesterday, she's filed for divorce. She's staying at her parents' house with the kids. Jackson is apparently trying to convince the team that Zara is having a breakdown and making false accusations. The league found out over the weekend. Several couples who were friends with both reached out to Zara for her side of the story. Team is pretty much split down the middle, but most of the parents are supporting her. As for Brooke, she's been calling and texting non-stop since Friday. Apparently Jackson dropped her immediately when Zara confronted him. Told her the affair was a mistake, and he was going to fight for his marriage. Now Brooke is facing the consequences of her choices with no relationship to show for it. "I realize I made a terrible mistake," she texted me. "He manipulated me. Please take me back." I haven't responded. Tyler thinks I should block her completely, and he's probably right. I don't regret telling Zara. She deserved to know the truth about her life. Yes, it blew up their marriage, but that marriage was built on lies. Zara is a strong woman with a good support system. She'll be okay, still processing everything, but I'm honestly feeling more relief than anything. I keep thinking about what my life would have looked like if I'd married Brooke without knowing who she really was. Edit. A lot of people asking about legal implications. Zara is documenting everything for the divorce. The league is investigating Jackson for conduct unbecoming, since he violated multiple policies about relationships between players. Edit 2. To those saying I destroyed a family, no, Jackson and Brooke destroyed that family. I just made sure Zara wasn't living a lie anymore. Final update. Posting this final update because people keep asking for closure, and because I want to share something important I learned. It's been 3 weeks since I told Zara about the affair. Here's what's happened. The softball league held a disciplinary hearing for Jackson. Multiple team members came forward with stories about inappropriate behavior and conflicts of interest. He's been banned from leadership positions and removed as team captain. The team voted to remove him entirely for next season. Zara's divorce is moving forward. She found an amazing attorney who's helping her document Jackson's financial deception. Turns out those league meeting expenses included several weekend trips with Brooke. She's getting primary custody of the kids and a fair settlement. Jackson has been trying to rehabilitate his reputation by claiming he was going through a midlife crisis and that Brooke pursued him aggressively. Nobody's buying it. His own teammates are disgusted that he abused his position to have an affair. As for Brooke, she's been struggling. Lost most of her friend group when the story came out. Her family is furious with her for throwing away a 5-year relationship and engagement. She's had to find a new gym because too many people at her old one know what happened. She tried one last time to get me back 2 weeks ago. Showed up at my apartment with a letter explaining how Jackson had love-bombed her and made her believe things about our relationship that weren't true. "I know what I did was wrong," she said when I opened the door. "But he manipulated me, made me think you didn't care about me anymore. You made a choice, Brooke. Multiple choices. Every day for months. I was confused. I'm in therapy now. I want to work on myself. Can't we try again?" I read the letter, but I didn't feel the anger or hurt I expected. Just nothing. That's when I realized I was truly over her. Not because I stopped loving the person I thought she was, but because I finally accepted that person never existed. The woman I fell in love with wouldn't have lied to my face for months. Wouldn't have chosen a softball team over our relationship. Wouldn't have threatened self-harm to manipulate me. The real Brooke showed me exactly who she was through her actions, and I believe her. Here's what I want guys to understand from this whole experience. Trust your gut, but also trust evidence over excuses. When someone shows you they're willing to lie to you repeatedly, believe them. When they choose to hurt you rather than lose something that benefits them, believe them. I spent months questioning my own sanity because I wanted to believe Brooke's explanations more than I wanted to trust what I was seeing. I made myself smaller to accommodate her lies. That's on me, and I won't do it again. Zara and I have stayed in touch. She's doing great, started dating again, and her kids are adjusting well to the new normal. She thanked me recently for giving her the truth, even though it was painful. "I'd rather build a new life on reality than continue living in someone else's lie," she told me last week. That's exactly how I feel too. I'm not angry anymore. I'm grateful. Grateful I found out who Brooke really was before we got married. Grateful I met Zara and could help her escape a deceptive marriage. Grateful for the friends and family who supported me through this. The right person won't make you question your own reality to keep them in your life. Thanks to this community for helping me see clearly when everything felt confusing. Sometimes strangers on the internet care more about your well-being than people you've loved for years. Moving forward and moving up. Edit. Overwhelming response to this update. To those asking about my dating life, I'm focusing on rebuilding my confidence and trust in my own judgment first. When I'm ready for something new, I'll know.